I love my fellow fans, but Jesus Christ, some of them are grumpy. You've had a win, for God's sake, celebrate the win. To the
Mhm.
point where Lance has actually come out on Twitter and tagged Toby Booth in and said, can we not just be happy with the win?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And for me, don't care how we did it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be dazzling. A win is a win, is a win, is a win, is
Yeah,
all day long.
definitely.
The
Yeah.
confidence boost that that will give these players going into the next block is unreal. You know,
Mhm.
I don't want to be positive Polly over things that, yeah, there were things that weren't right. There were things that didn't go wrong. Some of the shit that Owen Watkins has had on Twitter and Facebook this week, give him a break. Who
Yeah.
else you going to put in? Who else you got that can be there? All right, some things went wrong, but you know what? Got the win, got
Yeah.
the points. We're not on the bottom of the table anymore.
Yeah.
Stop. We all need to be in the tent pissing out, not outside the tent pissing in. You can't support your team. What's the point?
But
Yeah.
there was definite positives compared to the last few weeks. Much
100%.
better start to the game mainly.
Yeah.
Um, in the last what 2-3 games even we've leaked a lot of points in that first 20 minutes, the first third maybe of the game, leaving us massive deficits just to come back from, which we're not the best at because we're not typically a high scoring flair attacking team. So yeah, it was a much stronger start, which was pleasing. Still a bit concerned about the attack. I will be a little bit negative because we had high expectations coming into this season. When you look at the stats, considering that both territory and possession was 60+% in our favour, we only had 3 clean breaks and 4 offloads, which isn't a huge amount. It was, Edinburgh had equivalent with the opposite amount of possession and territory.
Yeah.
But no, it's nice to see Keelan back on the wing and Kasende getting a start
Yeah.
and looking feisty. Both of them look dangerous with the ball,
Yeah.
but they just weren't brought into the game enough. We're
Yeah.
not spreading it very wide at the moment, do we? And we're getting it
No.
through lots of hands. We're making 3 passes before contact, but still taking it up in the middle channel.
I do wonder
And
whether we had a bit more of a conservative game plan. Maybe on Saturday it was more about the win
Get the
and
win.
playing the Ospreys way from last season. Tricking it up and keeping the game quite tight, kicking for possession, kicking for territory when we needed to. I think it was
yeah,
all about getting that win on Saturday. And like Sam said, whether it was pretty or not, I think that's a job for after the international break, maybe to try and widen things in terms of tactics.
Yeah.
And I think it was
yeah.
back to resorting to type a little bit on.
We did, didn't
Yeah.
we? We reverted to type. And God, I haven't heard the term "a win's a win" so much as this week before.
Mainly for
All
me.
over social media. We've said it about 4 times in this conversation.
But I don't think what you've said is negative, Rod. I don't.
Hmm.
It's not negative. For me, if you are being constructive and you're not being personal, that's not negative.
Mhm.
That's insightful.
Yeah.
What I've seen online is negative because it's not constructive. All you're saying, oh, we had a shit game. Well, why did we
Yeah.
have a shit game?